What's a good fish? Oh, good fish, real good fish.
Usually are, but this one will go back.
This week we're doing something different, you know, and this is one of them things I've wanted to do for a long time. And Scott and Mike were nice enough to invite us out on the raft here. But the rafts are just like a normal thing when it comes to the Wolf River. But there's very few places in the whole country where you can actually put a raft on the river and actually fish out of it. It's a tradition. It's very unique. Got the first fish. It's not even really dark yet. I think it's going to be a great night, so hang on to your hindies. Hey, I thought the young guy got the first one.
He wasn't paying attention.
He wasn't? Oh, that's how it goes here?
Yep.
Oh, good fish, a real good fish. Good net job. Woo-hoo! What a way to start off the night. That's a nice fish right there, too.
Yeah, stationary trolling.
I like this a lot. Right, you got heat, you got food,
TV.
right? You got sundrop, you got TV, you got live scope. You got everything here. Hey, Mike, I'll tell you what, I really appreciate you letting us come out here. Let's kind of go through and, you know, show everybody really what a raft's about. I mean, you got poles everywhere, and it's basically like trolling, right?
Stationary trolling.
Stationary trolling. So let's show everybody what the rafts, what we all have here. Like what holds this raft up?
It's like a 28-foot pontoon, and then we have, I think, 25 55-gallon drums under it for a little more buoyancy.
And each drum has to have your permit number on it,
you
right?
have to have
And now why is that?
Your raft number on every one, so if you lose a barrel, they know whose barrel it is, where it came from.
Okay. So there is quite a few regulations on having a raft like this,
How
too.
big, you can only have a certain square foot on your raft, only be out in the river a certain distance. Yeah, you can't just take over the river with your raft.
So how many rod holders do you actually have on this?
I don't even know. I mean, there's got to be 30. We normally run 12 to 15 rods because of how many people come down.
Okay. And you're running all different lengths of rods, too, huh?
Yeah, just to vary them out so you're fishing as many rods in a certain area.
Okay.
So our longest rod's 20 and our shortest is 18 inches.
A nice fishing pole, basically.
And that one catches quite a few fish, actually.
I gotta ask you, what is going on in here, right? TVs, right? 2 monitors. Why do we have 2 monitors?
We'll have the Wolf River cam up on that top one, and then we'll have the live scope on that one so you can watch the lures and watch the walleyes come up. And
So you can actually see the fish come right up to the baits, huh?
yeah, it's pretty cool.
Wow. So are these all the different types of baits that you're using up on the wall here?
Yeah, they used to be organized real nice. Now they're, but yeah, pretty much all scatter wraps number 11 is what we use. And then when the males come down, we'll run some Thunderstick Juniors and stuff a little bit smaller.
And you were saying earlier, basically, like the females hit one color and then the males hit another color.
Yep.
That was kind of interesting. I would just think, you know, they'd both be on the same colors. You know, oh, there's a fish. Hey, something else that I thought was kind of unique, and I had no clue about this, and I've been on the river all my life, that the bell, whenever you get a fish, and we got one already. Nobody hit the bell, huh?
It's bad luck not to ring it after the fish.
Okay, well that's interesting too. So you can hear bells from way up or way down river on a calm night.
Yep, when you get a school coming through, you'll hear it down there, and it'll just work down the river through the raft.
Well, that's another thing you're constantly watching, huh?
So now with all the boats coming back to the landing and to their docks, you're gonna have a bunch of stuff coming down the river for about an hour, and then it'll clean back up.
Yeah, he's 8 foot.
He's following it. Don't lift it up. Lift it up. Still on it. Oh.
Come on.
Oh,
Still
you got
there.
another one on
Still
it.
there. Yeah.
Bounce it a little bit.
That's addicting. You sit there and watch that. I like it. I love the idea of sitting in there. The flash. Come on, Michael. There you go. Oops. Michael's got he's an extra. Ooh, that's a good fish too. Yes. Nice job.
Good job, buddy. Moldy fruit again.
So now do you have to ring the bell?
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I wasn't down here last time you rang the bell last time, but a long time ago, I think they could hear it in London, so.
Hey, so you guys, just so you know, like Gary is the founder of the Wolf River Cam. And if you guys, I'm sure most of you guys, if not all of you, have watched the camera. Hey, Gary, I'll tell you, you were way ahead of your time years ago. And how many years has it been now that you've been running the Wolf River Cam?
So we officially started spring of 2009.
Okay.
And so we've been on, it's been 17 seasons. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna set up, if it works out, where we're actually gonna have a camera from above over here. So we're gonna be able to see us pull some fish in, and we're gonna go live on Wolf River Cam right now.
So you're actually running this, you're basically all open water season pretty much, right?
Yeah, and we started this past year with ice as well too.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
So you were running that camera underneath the ice?
Yeah, we put a different one in, and because depending upon where the shore lays out and the water depth, whatever, how we can get it in there and access, because obviously we can't have anything really above the ice, like a raft or something to run it off of. So we have to either drill a hole in and surround it so the snowmobiles don't run it over, things like that. So
I got to ask you, when it comes to walleye movement, when is there typically, like, is it March 15th where you start seeing walleyes, or is it March 20th, or is it really depend? Is it a certain date where you start seeing fish, or is it a current thing?
My short answer is I think it's mainly a time thing, and I tell people a good relation to that is to figure that out is even in humans. If a woman that's pregnant, she can't just all of a sudden at 7 months, I'm going to have a baby. That just doesn't work that way.
100%.
Walleyes are that way as well too. I think it has a lot to do with temperature. It has to do with if they're in the spawning marsh where they want to be, if they have the fish around them that they want to have. But I think it's mainly time.
Okay. What's the earliest you've seen walleyes come up on the cameras in any kind of numbers?
So it's kind of, the big numbers are when there's a big push of what we call river fish. We'll see walleyes that are residents of the river come up through it all.
So there is walleyes that are here all year long?
All year round.
Okay.
Now, when the water drops here, they tend to move down New London, Fremont, obviously down into the lakes as well too.
Right.
But there are some residents here. And we'll see some movement out of those walleyes, probably when the water starts to move a couple tenths of a degree. Maybe it's off of 33 now, it's up to 33 and a half. They'll start kind of making their way. We'll see some pike as well too. And then once the ice is gone, now meantime, in the meantime, while that's happening downriver, they're probably starting their movement as already too, because they got a long ways to swim. So.
Right. Interesting. Well, Mike, this is why your boat's not out of storage, because, right, you don't need it. You can just come out and fish on the raft.
That's
nice fish. Woo-hoo. Nice. That is a nice one. That is a nice fish, for sure.
almost 25.
That's a nice fish. Back in?
Back in.
Back in. The way she goes, right to the bottom. So the rumor that the guys on the raft keep all the walleyes, all the big females, there's a lot of misconception on the rafts. It's there's a lot of people that this is the only fishing they do for the whole year.
He's still there. There it is. There he is.
Woo, we saw that one come right up on the live scope. Ooh, there you go. Perfect eater right there too. Come on, come on. Oh, nice.
Winner, chicken dinner. That's Michael. 11.
Oh, that's yours. Nice.
Perfect fish too. Nice. Typically you get how many good nights out of the whole season?
We probably get, sometimes you only get 1 or 2, sometimes you get 6 or 7.
A lot of it has to do with the water temperature, huh?
Water temp, if it warms up too fast.
Then that bites over. It's kind of an interesting thing that you were talking about before, is that you said as soon as these fish kind of switch over to crawlers, the cranks don't work anymore.
Right.
Okay. And that's got to do with water temperature all the way. Oh, here we go. Ooh, that's a good one. Nice and slow. Just pull it to that corner. Okay. Ooh, good eater. Yes. Woohoo! Perfect eater. All right, my first walleye on a river raft. Pretty dang cool. It's cool sitting inside where it's nice and warm, eating brats and watching live scope and watching the Wolf River cam. Nice fish right there. Who had 5? Oh. Thank you, thank you. Hey, so let's kind of show everybody what we're using too. You got several different baits on, and your weights are a little bit different. It all depends on where you're at in the current too, huh?
Right. We'll run heavier weights upstream to keep those rods away from the downstream. The downstream will run 2 ounce, upstream's 4 ounce.
Okay. And how long of leaders are you typically running?
5 to 6 feet. About a 6-inch dropper, so that bait's below the sinker, so that sinker doesn't get in the way of the fish coming through.
Okay. How heavy a line on it?
We run like 40-pound Power Pro and then 10-pound to the lure.
Okay.
Sometimes you can get a couple back from sturgeon with that.
Are you? We talked about that before. That's a big problem some nights, is the sturgeon coming back down. They can rip up a lot of baits fast.
Yeah. There'll be nights you'll lose 10, 12 baits.
Holy cats. Is it always just strictly at night?
No, I mean, if they're really, really going, you can catch them middle of the day doing this, but typically right at dusk is good. And it all depends where your raft is compared to the marshes that are letting loose. If you're right there, you're going to get them right away.
Okay.
If your marsh is 4 or 5 miles up, it's going to take a couple hours for them to get
Before
down.
they work their way through there, huh? How hard is it to get a good spot on the river?
Real hard.
This
This definitely isn't the best spot on the river, but it's not bad.
And once you get a good spot, you don't let up on that spot at all. So what time are you thinking tonight's going to be the time?
Like 11 o'clock's been really good.
11 o'clock? Hang on to your heinies. We're going to be staying up late tonight. So let's tell everybody what we got going on here. I just threw my $2 in there.
So you can get long out here. So every rod's got a number, and you got the corresponding numbers on the paddles.
Okay.
Paddle's $1.
I got 10 and I got 9. I got 9 and 10.
So whatever rod goes and you get the fish on, if you got the paddle, you win the pot.
Okay, that's kind of nice, huh?
Yeah. Makes it interesting when it gets long out here.
So am I good on 9 and 10? Is that a good, are them good rods?
10 was next to 2 fish
Yeah,
that
fish in
caught.
the corner
I would be
Okay.
happy with those paddles.
Okay.
4 and 5, not real good.
Check out the ice rod. That's a good fish too. Is it pretty much every night you catch a fish on that jig rod,
I
ice
would
rod?
say so, yeah.
Huh. That's pretty darn cool.
We put it out there as a joke, and then like, oh, it actually works.
Yeah. So we're kind of into that prime time again, huh? Right now?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it's amazing how many fish we're watching on the live scope coming through that don't bite, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like they come up to the bait, swing up, and then go right back down to the bottom.
Yep. Amazing too how far they'll actually travel to get those baits. You'd think they just, maybe a foot or two swing at them.
Right. They can see that bait a long ways. I'm surprised.
Nothing but the best on the raft. I get summoned to be the chef, yes.
The grill master?
The grill master.
That's the great part about the raft too. Easy to eat, you're dry, you're warm. Hey everybody, this week's tip of the week brought to you by our good friends at Mike's Country Meats in Tigerton, the finest jerky on the planet. Hey, so Jen, come up with a really good tip. And one thing I did learn, I've gone by these rafts a million times in all the years, and I always figured that everybody was fishing towards the bottom.
So what we tried to do is configure a way with our cane poles to be able to fish more to the water column. So as you can see, we've engineered some things with the cane poles so we can adjust our depths, put reels on them so we can actually get up or down towards fish wherever they're moving through. If we pick up a fish at a certain depth, now we can adjust our rigs accordingly.
Okay.
So,
Does a lot of it have to do with the type of baits too that you're running as far as the depth too, or is it Are you running the same baits and the same water column, or are you just varying the baits?
Well, it's a couple
styles?
things, right? So depending on the water height and speed, the current's going to bring your bait up or down depending on what kind of bait you're running.
Okay.
But also the weight of the three-way. So not only are you considering the current speed, the type of bait you're using, but also how much weight we're running.
Okay.
2 ounces up to maybe 6. So a 6 ounce weight deeper, but if the current's heavier, it's a couple different factors.
Right, and that can change after you get a rain, good storm.
Absolutely. Yep. And with the amount of debris and things coming down the river, where that debris is in the water column, trying to stay out of that.
Never even thought about that.
Trying to keep in the clear. You can see the heavy current coming through. There'll be a lot of debris in about 5 to 7 feet of water column.
Okay.
Sometimes you want to be outside of that, sometimes in it, depending on how much stuff's coming down. So.
Hey everybody, again, this week's tip of the week brought to you by our good friends up at Mike's Country Meats, the finest jerky on the planet. Marking a lot of fish. It's unbelievable how many come through.
Nice.
Oh, another perfect fish, Mike. Not hooked by much. Come on. Oh. All good fish. Nice. And that's raft fishing right there. It's not like this every night, I can guarantee you that, right? There's probably a lot of nights when you come out and you get nothing, or maybe 1 or 2, right?
Oh, yeah. A lot of nights we're out here, 1, 2, they hang up in the marsh, and then next thing you know, you're down here 2 nights with 0. It can be very frustrating.
All the debris coming down the river too can be frustrating, right? There's a lot more work. You definitely can't go back and have all the rods out and go inside the raft and sleep, because it wouldn't take much more than one log to really create, or one branch to create a lot of havoc.
Yeah.
Or a sturgeon too, right?
Yep.
It's almost like the days when you had a Harley and you were waving to the guy on a bike. You see another warrior on the water, you just get a good feel.
First class, all the way from the people that ride them to the people that make them.
They do such a nice job with communication. They'll pick up the phone anytime. It's really almost a friendship.
You could be in any state, and when somebody with a warrior drives by you, you get that honk, that beep. You're truly part of a family, and there's nothing like it.
Introducing Forever Barnwood. Transform your space with the warmth and character of a genuine barnwood look. Forever Barnwood offers over 200 authentic barnwood products. We are commercial and food safe. Our products are available in unlimited quantities while still providing the consistency you need to complete large projects. All of this while still looking like it came out of a 100-year-old barn. Forever Barnwood. Bring the history inside.
Hey, we're out on another raft tonight, right above Red Banks right here with the guys, and boy, this is a luxury raft. Got a couple of young kids out here. We're very excited about doing this again. The great part about this, coming out on these rafts, this is a tradition. Most people just absolutely bring their families out here. These guys even have bunks in there. They sleep out here. But the great part is that you're cooking, and we're gonna get these brats on before it starts getting dark, because that's when the fishing's gonna start heating up. Got a couple different brats today. We've got some venison brats from Maple Woods Meats here up in Green Bay, and of course we got the taco brats from Leroy's, and we're gonna get these on the grill, and we're gonna eat and get ready for some great fishing. So you guys hang on to your heinies. I didn't know you got a mouse problem on this raft? Yeah. You do? Oh, is that why you guys got a cat? Yeah. Oh, I didn't realize you guys, I found your cat, I'm gonna bring him in. You guys got a cat? What? Oh, is that your cat?
No.
It's not?
That's a skunk.
It's a what? A skunk? Are you kidding me? He wants you to pet him, right? You don't want to pet him? Does he smell? I don't smell him. Does he smell? Smell?
You got that?
Oh yeah.
Funny, but coming in.
On the board. First fish of the night.
First fish.
Woo! It's pretty typical for you guys to get one before it gets totally dark, huh?
Yep.
That's a perfect eater right there, huh? Sinker brought in the first fish?
Yep. Good luck.
Right now we're checking the lines just to make sure we're gonna take off all the weeds and everything. So bite is gonna be getting pretty good here hopefully soon, and just want to have them clean.
So on a typical night, how often will you check the baits? Really depends on what debris
depends.
you see.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you noticed like the more boat traffic that comes through, the more debris you got going?
Yeah, so right now we got pretty high water, and you know, you get more boat traffic, a lot of waves up in the woods. We get a lot of debris coming down.
Okay. Come on. Here we go. Woohoo! Woo! That is a nice one.
Angry one.
You know what that does? That's another 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's another 15 minutes.
Yep. Woohoo!
That one's gonna get to the lake.
Yep, that's the laker. That's fine. Talk a little bit about that being a female and about what you do with them.
Yeah.
That's a great example. That's a perfect fish. Even when they're spawned out, you know that it's a female. So.
Yeah, so this one just came back from spawning out, so definitely it doesn't look as thin as they usually are, but this one will go back. Nice, 23 maybe.
Nice fish.
Yeah, very nice fish.
Good fish.
You know, it's pretty interesting filming a new show each week. This week we're down in Florida doing a tarpon show, but you know what? Last week we were up on the rafts and we were fishing with the guys up on the Wolf River. We had an amazing time. I learned a lot, and it was really cool to see the tradition of raft fishing and how family oriented it is. Hey, you guys, like we do each and every week, we always want to thank all of our military men and women for the great service they have given this country and continue to give this country, along with all of our firefighters, paramedics, and no doubt all of our law enforcement agents. Hey, it is a great day to be alive, everybody. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week.